surgery yesterday.
Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Rich Brower resigned on Tuesday.
You were live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Grosdale Community Recreation Commission meeting for Thursday, February 4th. We will call the meeting to order at 6:01, and if everybody would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I think we need to amend the agenda. We want to add an action item to hold the rec meetings the first Thursday of every month. You get that, Wendy?
Yep.
All right. With that, I would need an approval.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
In going through, and since this is my first rec meeting sitting on the commission, the minutes for October 22
Yes.
has on it that the minutes from the September meeting, approval of those had been tabled to this meeting. So I think that approval of the minutes would be for the October 22 meeting and whatever the date was in September.
So you want me to amend the agenda before we get to the minutes then? Wendy, was it
There's a
the
typo.
meeting in September? That was at the farms?
The October one was.
October was.
October was.
Yeah.
But those minutes say that the minutes from the prior meeting was being tabled to, I'm assuming, this meeting, because this is
Right.
the first one since then.
You are correct. I don't know what the date was for September. Let me look. Anybody help me out here? Let me
Sorry, I was writing.
get to the calendar.
What about September 24th?
24.
Yeah, September 24th. Can we, so David, don't I wait until we get to the approval of the minutes before the agenda? Where'd you go?
You have to change the agenda to add approval of the minutes from both days.
Okay. Also to amend approval of the minutes for September 24th. I think that's because Ethel didn't have a chance to read those when we met in October, if I'm not mistaken. Anything else out there? All right, for September 24th and October 22nd. And then to move the meetings at 6 p.m. on the first Thursday of each month. I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Thanks, Ethel. Any discussion about this? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now the approval of the minutes for, oh, well, this is from October 22nd then. Everybody get a chance to read those? Ethel, I know I dropped those off to you this afternoon.
I did, thank you.
Any questions about anything out there?
No.
I need a motion to approve the October 22nd minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
Support. Any discussion?
Who said
All right.
support? Who second?
I think David said support.
Okay.
Didn't you, David? Who seconded that motion?
I did,
Can.
Dave.
Okay.
David did, yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, we have a couple presentations tonight. We have Eric Engel. I hope I said that right, Eric.
Yes, that's fine.
Welcome. You're
Thank
gonna give us a briefing on the pond treatment over at the farms, correct?
That's correct.
All right, floor is yours, or the screen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was able to take a look at the pond last November, and just a quick assessment. I mean, the pond looks good. I mean, and when I say good, there's nothing growing on the surface. Obviously, things die out come October or so. There's a little island in the middle. So, and then there's also an outlet for what's called an Aquamaster. That's the manufacturer fountain. And talking with Kim, I understand that fountain motor went bad, and so it needs a replacement. So just a quick overview of pond systems. The most important thing for a pond system is oxygenation. Oxygenated water, the bacteria that are what's called aerobic, oxygen requiring, fully break down organic material. So it's important to have some type of aeration system. With that size pond, a fountain will adequately aerate the water. And obviously you want a nozzle that is like a V spray pattern, so it spreads all the way around rather than just like shooting up. And that's what I recommend. The manufacturer, it's called Casco Marine, but they have a larger guard around the motor, so they're less likely to get fouled up. And that's in small pond systems. That's the type of fountain I recommend. So I did send a quote for that. It would need to be a new power cord because it's a different system. And you would need an electrician to make the proper connection. Because you need the control panel to be replaced with the Casco Marine from the Aquamaster. So that's the first thing that's most important with the pond system. Secondly is the addition of beneficial bacteria. So that's a blend of aerobic and nitrifying bacteria and some others, but it basically helps create a fuller ecosystem because a lot of bacteria, and in my background, by the way, I have a bachelor's in microbiology, but bacteria, even in themselves, have almost like a food chain where bacteria and what they break down, another bacteria will break that down, and it's almost like a food chain. But when you have a better balance of bacteria with the aeration, they're synergistic together. They work even better in breaking down organic material. And then lastly is chemical treatment. Chemical treatment really is more for aesthetics, for the looks of the pond, and somewhat for the health, because when algae grows so thick, it can actually restrict oxygen in the pond because it builds and can be detrimental. So with the quote, I work with, it's called Bio Blend and Bio Buster, but they're beneficial bacteria in either a water-soluble packet that you just toss into the pond or in pellets that actually look more like rabbit feed, rabbit pellets, but anyone can add them to the pond by hand. There's nothing pathogenic. I mean, obviously you still want to wash your hands and everything after working and so forth. But there's nothing hazardous. It's all natural. And that's something that when I come on site, I can show the person that works near the pond how to apply it. Ideally every 2 weeks, because that consistent addition is what really makes the difference long term. And then lastly is the chemical treatment, and it's utilizing a algicide and or an herbicide, depending on what's growing. But that will eliminate the excess growth and actually help keep the pond surface clear, but then help the other organisms to grow better. So I did submit a quote, so I don't know if you have access to that. But it's a matter of, I realize there's budgetary issues. And again, the first and most important thing really is aeration. In a closed pond system like that, there's what's called eutrophy, where basically over time, the pond will fill in with organic material, especially in those areas that are what's called anaerobic oxygenless. Anaerobic bacteria literally create muck. They don't fully break down organic material. Their biological process literally makes the muck. And that's why if you've ever stepped into a pond that's mucky and you get those gases that come up, that's the sulfides that come from the biology of anaerobic bacteria. And that's why making sure that you oxygenate the pond as much as possible and limit those anaerobic conditions lengthens the longevity of the pond from gradually filling in. So that's
There you have it.
quick assessment.
And Commission, Eric, I asked Eric to join us because we have been talking about the pond, resurrecting the pond. This past season with COVID and, not having the treatment, it did dry up. So Commission, we've had those discussions and I really wanted to bring Eric on board, who's been, kind of working with me on this, trying to come up with a game plan to resurrect the pond. That is the goal. And he is here just to educate us. I'm not a biologist. I can't educate everybody on all these factors. And I've also set a meeting next week with David, Chad, supervisor, again, to come up with the best plan financially for us to resurrect the pond. That's what the goal is here.
Yeah.
So
one suggestion also was actually dredging the pond, which unfortunately, because it takes heavy equipment, is very expensive. That is a quick fix and would definitely increase the longevity of the pond. But it is financially, I think, out of the range that your budget is allowed.
So that, Commission, did you have any questions for Eric while he's with us? And thank you for being here. I really appreciate that.
You're
So
welcome.
Commission, ask away. And
I did really quickly, Eric, what's your sense of I know the chemicals that need to be added every 2 weeks, just the ongoing maintenance, about how
Sure.
much per month or per year is the cost?
Yeah. And actually, again, just to clarify, the beneficial bacteria, there are no chemicals. It's a blend of beneficial bacteria, be it anaerobic, nitrifying, which helps break down like ammonia, nitrate, nitrite, which is a nitrogen process, but it's all natural.
Thank you for clarifying. I apologize for that.
Oh, no. There's a lot of terminology that, can be kind of confusing, but that's why I want to emphasize this, because that is the most important thing that you can do. And again, chemical treatment is a quick fix. It is more aesthetics. There's benefit to it, but it's being careful not to kill everything, because again, I look at the pond as an ecosystem and I want to balance it in the best way, not to just kill things to kill them. So by adding beneficial bacteria every 2 weeks, it boosts the beneficial bacteria in the pond to get work at, be it the muck and all the plant debris that gets in. There's a good sized tree that's there. So you do get leaf matter, you get branches, and actually there's some branches in there as well, which is a good idea to try and remove as much as possible. That's something actually I didn't mention before, Kim, but can be done relatively easy. But it's that routine addition that really benefits the pond the most. But aeration, actually, again, is the most important thing as well, to really keep. So even without the biological addition, if you can do anything, I stress the aeration of the pond, because that will make the biggest difference.
And the monthly cost for the beneficial bacteria, or yearly, or whatever?
I don't have my quote in front of me, but actually, let me look it up.
And what was the reason for the electrical, that we need to have something electrical done?
Well, what you have is you already have electrical connection by the pond that was for the Aquamaster.
The old one.
The old one. So the Aquamaster has a control panel that's just for Aquamaster. So to connect, if you choose going with the Casco Marine fountain, you'll need an electrician to swap out the old Aquamaster with the new Casco Marine.
Got it. Thank you.
But that's where you want a certified master electrician to make sure things are done correctly. And I mean, I know some electrical work, but again, you want it done certified.
And the fountain that we currently have commissioned, that's been with the farm for several years. We've had some repairs on it. It's in storage right now. So just to let you know, it may have had its lifeline. It's been with the farm for quite some time. So I wanted to, if we're going to resurrect the pond, I want to do it right the first time, get the right equipment that we need, get the right treatments. Eric, I want to specify, if we don't dredge the pond,
Yes.
and we move forward with the treatments and the aeration,
Yeah.
how long do you think we will have with the pond? Because we know the ponds are drying up and all of that. We don't want to invest in one way and not doing it the other way, I guess.
Right, I hear you. And actually, as far as the pond level, it's dependent on the water table. So the nice thing in being on the island like you are, it's pretty much close to being level with whatever the water table is within the farm there. So it is going to be higher in the spring, but just naturally it's going to go down. So I wouldn't say that it necessarily dried out, but you're going to see that fluctuation where the level is going to be higher in the spring and lower come fall. So that's just naturally how it's done. But I wouldn't say that it's dried up.
Okay.
But let me see. So for the BioBuster and BioClear, it's a 10-pound bucket for each. The 10-pound bucket of BioClear is it's 8-ounce packets. There's 20 8-ounce packets. And then the BioBuster, again, it looks like rabbit pellets, but that's literally 10 pounds of those pellets. And that will actually work for the year from May until October. And I'll show how it can be applied, but it's $390 for the season for the beneficial bacteria.
Okay.
Thank you. That's helpful.
And I have those quotes, Commission. I thought I sent those out to you. And I've had these for a little while, but I'll get those back out to the Commission.
Any more questions for Eric here? No?
Eric, thank you so much. And again,
You're welcome.
we're working as the Commission and with the Township Board.
Understand.
Like I said, I'm meeting with our supervisor and David and our DPS to try to come up with the best solution to resurrect our pond, because it's a beautiful asset out there.
Yes.
And we want to try to keep things nice out there. That's our goal.
Sounds good. All right. And if you have any questions, Kim does have my number, and feel free to call me if you need any additional information.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you,
You're
Eric.
welcome. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Next up, we have the West River Yacht and Cruising Club pertaining to the paver project. I see somebody out there.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I'm the Vice Commodore.
Hi, Don.
Hi. We have this little project that we would like to do down at the marina. They're bricks. I have a sample of one. Let me grab it for you.
Don, can you give a history to the Commission about the West River Cruising Club so they all know who you guys are and where you came from and what you're doing?
Sure. We're with West River Yacht and Cruising Club. We became a club in 1965. Water's Edge Marina has been our home since day one. And we just want to do a project down there to help beautify the marina and make it a little bit more appealing to guests and fellow boaters.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So our
Right.
brick would be, we would be selling bricks as like their fundraiser for our club. But we're going to open it up so anybody, even from Groseal, other yacht clubs, can all purchase a brick. West River wants to supply all the material, all the labor for the project, so it would be no cost to the township at all. And we would like it in front of the flagpole because the flagpole is really stately down there. And we don't want to interfere with anything for the dock master down there for winter storage and putting in the boats or taking them out. And it would probably be about 20 to 30 feet, like the length of the flagpole area in front of that boardwalk. And like I said, we'd be supplying all the material and doing all the labor for this project. We're just looking for permission to go ahead with it. Do you have any questions?
Well, Don, again, I thank you so much. I know we haven't had a meeting for 2 months, so thank you for explaining that to the commission. Commission, does everybody understand, where that location is in front of the flagpole? We know kind of that area that's right down there. It's near the transient dock area. Does anyone have any questions about the location? David?
Well, it's not about the location. Is there ongoing maintenance? And if there is, will that be provided by the West River Club?
It will be.
Okay, thank you.
It would.
Okay. And do you have an example of what the paver would look like? I think you put one up there and.
Oh, I did. Let's see if I can grab it again. This is just a sample brick that they had sent me. And it's all laser engraved. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's laser engraved. It has a lifetime warranty, never to fade.
And then how much per brick?
How much per brick? Well, we were pricing them out differently because we have the option to go to 2 or 3 lines, like 1, 2, or 3 lines on the brick. So we have different pricing per brick. And like 2 lines, we were saying $50 each, approximately. These have not been approved by our board yet. And 3 lines, $75. We also have the option to do an image, that they would engrave an image like a flag or a logo. And we were going to do those at $100 a piece.
That's a good price because I've looked into those bricks like that.
Yeah.
David, are you familiar with the bricks over at the water fountain in front of the pilot house that they did a couple of years ago?
I know where you're talking about, but I have not seen them. No.
No, I was asking David. Nadeau.
Yes, I've seen them, and we have them at my church too. So,
what? If there's any kind of upkeep, like when it settles down there, weather conducive in that, are you guys going to still take responsibility for that?
Yes, we will.
I know where it's at. So, any questions from the commission?
Don, thank you. What I'd like to do is, commission, let's talk about this, and let's put it on the agenda for a vote next meeting. I feel that, we definitely want to talk about it because I agree with Trustee Nadeau. If we're gonna, put bricks down there, there is going to be maintenance, those types of things, and we're adding to the property at the marina. So there would be a contract that would need to be put in play or an agreement. So we got to talk about those things as well. I think it's a great project. I love it. Anything to beautify an area is fantastic, but we do have to have some user agreements put in place. So, Okay.
John, when did you want to start? When did you think you would be starting this?
Well, hopefully in the spring.
Yeah, that's why I figured put it on the next agenda.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll put it on the March agenda then.
All right. Well, thank you.
John, thank you.
Thank you. All right, on to my report. First off, I'd like to welcome David Nadeau, our liaison from the township. Welcome, David, to the
Thank you,
CR.
Chad. Glad to be here.
I would also like to, I know Kim had mentioned that Rich has stepped down. He has resigned from the Rec Commission. So I want to thank Rich Brower for everything he's done and everything that he does do. And we wish him all the best, to him and his family. We, when I get to the events, we will talk about, or Kim, you can talk about the daddy-daughter dance and all that stuff too. So that pretty much does it for my report there. Kim, you're up with director's report.
Thank you, Chad. We haven't had a meeting since October, so what's Rec been doing over the winter months and fighting COVID? We are planning for spring and summer. That's what the office has been working on. We are getting ready to open the golf course, hopefully mid to late March, pending weather. You know, we're working on getting the swimming pool, the new the new shade structures put in. That'll be very nice. That got approved, so that project's going to be starting shortly. If you go to the Grosse Ile Recreation Facebook page, that is the fastest way I can get information out to the community. We have our exercise programs that are posted on there. And again, we do have to follow those state guidelines from the CDC. We're allowing 10 to 12 people with our capacity at the farm. We're staying 6 feet apart, masks for all of our classes. We are offering the indoor walking. We have jazzercise. We have our senior fit. A lot of the seniors are registering. We already have 7 people for senior fit. And we work with Orthosport on Macomb Street. They are offering 2 classes, kids mobile fitness, bar, flow yoga, and yoga mix. So if you have any questions about our fitness classes, call Annette or myself, but it's also on the Facebook page. So I wanted to bring that up, that we have, and those classes are all starting next week. Another thing I want to bring up to the commission and the community, we have extended the master plan through 2021. So the goal this year, and again, we were supposed to have a master plan put together by January, which is now. And most of you remember we had 1 community input, just 1 because of COVID. I didn't feel that was being fair to the community, because the master plan is built and put together by the community. It's not put together by us, it's put together by the community. On top of the fact, we have a lot of new board members. We have a new supervisor, and respect for them. I want them to be very involved in this plan as well, moving forward with recreation for the island. So I am working with Brian Borden. I have had several meetings with him. We are putting together our timeline. We have set 2 dates for the summer for community input meetings. June 29th is the first one. That is our senior citizens focus group. And July 27th will be general public open house. That's where the community can come, put input into what they would like to see in the next 5 years out of the recreation and parks department on the island. And I'll be posting more things on Facebook and the website as we move through that process. But I did want to let the community know that we are going to take the input this year. It's very important. There's also a survey on the Facebook page for any residents that are watching right now. It's on Survey Planet. It's right at the top of the Facebook page. We have over 180 residents that have responded to our survey. Thank you very much. And all of those questions get compiled into the master plan, so we can develop what we would like to do for the next 5 years. People have said they wanted a skate park. We want a senior center, those types of things. What does the community feel that we need? So that's what the master plan is about. So I wanted to just bring that up as well. Other things that we are working on, if you are interested in a marina slip, we've got the 3 new docks built up. It looks very nice down there. A lot safer from last year. They won't be trudging through the water. You can call the office if you're looking for a marina slip this year. We kept the prices the same. So we're excited about that. And like I said, we're in full force getting things ready for spring and summer. And you will see the Profile magazine hitting the households late April, early May with all the programs that we have to offer. And that's about it, Chad. Thank you.
What's bar?
What's bar? Here, I'll read you the class description.
I'm going to yoga next Tuesday, so if anybody wants to, but I mean, I don't know I know what a bar is, but I mean, bar is like BAR, correct?
Fuse the best of Pilates, yoga, aerobics, and elements of strengthening exercise. Dancer, it's like a dance class, but it's a mix of all that. I have not taken it. I heard it's awesome. So it's a little mix of everything. But you got to bring your own. So there you go.
I'll try that one out.
That's for you, Chad.
I don't know who said it just now, but
The water aerobics is coming back, so we're good.
water. Yay. Okay. Any old business to discuss? I'm going to welcome everybody back too. I miss seeing everybody. It's been a long few months. New business will bring us to subcommittee updates. Mr. Township Board Liaison, you're up.
Thanks, Chad. Don't have a whole lot. I do have a couple of there's a couple of things that I can add them to Kim's desk. I'm assuming that we're planning on hearing from Smokies on acceptance of the, so we can get that signed as quickly as we can.
That's tomorrow. We hope.
And then,
Yep.
And then pending approval of our action item, we can move forward in getting those folks to sign their lease or use agreement, which they have and they've agreed to. So those two will hopefully go forward and we'll get those signed. And I think that was it.
Oh, okay.
That second one, were you talking about the Hockey Association?
That's the action item for tonight.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I just want
Right.
to. Okay.
Thank you for getting the bridge done, David.
Kyle and I were out there with our hammers.
Oh, I know Kyle. Yeah. All right, thank you, Kyle. Where are you? There you are. Dude, by putting that little boy of yours on camera like that was just perfect. That was perfect. So that kid's so big now. Oh, and that brings us to you, Kyle. Social media and anything about open space.
Well, I got put on social media. When did that happen? I missed that one.
I know.
I don't have much on open space today. Open space hasn't met since, when would it be? I think before November, and I think we'll meet in March. So I think most is staying the same spot there. So yeah, no updates there today.
Thank you. Thanks, Kyle. So yeah, maybe we can talk about the whole social media platform, get something going with Twitter and Snapchat and all that, which leads me to the events. I know that we have coming up something for everyone to look forward to. Ooh, Easter egg. Can y'all see that? Yeah. So Saturday, March 20th, we're going to be doing our annual Easter egg hunt at the farms. This is an outdoor event. It will, you'll obviously hunt for Easter eggs. You get it come light refreshments, treat bags, prizes, and don't forget your camera. I know that we're working on some special surprises to have that day that we will talk about next month. So that once again, that's Saturday, March 20th. It's $5 a kid. That's a $5 for for each
Just,
family?
yeah, just the kids, because they're getting the craft, the treat bag and the goodies and all of that. Parents, we never charge the parents.
All right, my next exciting event is Island Fest, June 4, 5, and 6. We are proceeding with this. I was notified yesterday that Trenton is doing theirs, which is the last weekend of June. I know that I've been in contact with the Oak Park Recreation Commission out there and the director. They're proceeding with theirs, which is in June. Trenton, like I said, Trenton's going forward. I saw that Wyandotte is doing theirs in July, which that has got to be a big one to tackle. Obviously, we will be downsizing the event because of the bridge and just, we're going to offer the rides and beverages and food and things like that. And it'll be done in a safe environment. It changes daily, as you all know, between the health organization and what comes out from the state. So, but we are going to proceed with that. The forms are all being tweaked right now. So that once again, that's June 4, 5, 6 for Island Fest 2021. All right, Mr. Antosh.
Hey, everyone. Just a quick update on the financials here. We're working with the $1.3 million budget still. We have had $813,000 in revenues and $809,000 in expense, which nets us positive. If we look at individual budget items, the golf course, we brought in $141,000 versus $170,000 expense. Marina, $153,000 income versus $181,000 expense. Pool, $31,000 income and $52,000 expense. And festival, $4,800 income and $4,200 expense. Something positive to note: golf fees were up above budget by $25,000, and there was a large item at the marina, some work we were doing. So that's what kind of put the marina over. And that's all I have.
Brandon, can I ask you one thing?
Yeah.
When did you go blonde?
You don't want to see this mug.
There you are. Hey, buddy, what's up? I miss y'all. All right. Any questions for Brandon? All right. Mr. Naso, I see your name up there.
Yeah, Ted, I'm here. Nothing much to report outside of, soccer. Gisa's soccer signups are in process right now. They're getting ready for the spring season. I'm sure baseball is not going to be too far behind that. As Kim said earlier, everybody be on the lookout for the rec festivities coming up that she's got organized and planned, and support the rec department. And last, congrats to all the high school, middle school, grade school kids that can start playing sports come Monday, thanks to the governor. So enjoy it, and that's all I got.
And obviously Sunrise Park is closed for the winter right now, right? Yeah, there's nothing down there. Thanks, Kevin. Okay, Karen is not with us tonight. Ethel Yops, Senior Communications. Hi, Ethel.
Hello, Chad. First thing, I have a question for Kim.
Yes.
You say we have that survey on Facebook. Is there any way that people can contribute if they don't have Facebook?
Yes, they can. Give me a call and I can either email the link. I've had a few people call and I can email the link to you. If any senior, I can print it out and drop one into the mail for senior citizens as well. So just all I need is a phone call and we can get that out any way, email or in the mail. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Okay, first thing we have is the grocery shopping for seniors continues on Thursday mornings. Call 734-216-4905 for transportation and van reservations. And they won't be doing that on Thursday. Van transportation for essential errands for seniors and those with medical reasons that cannot drive is available Monday through Friday from 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. It's $5 on the island and $6 off the island plus the bridge toll. And reservations are called 734-216-4905. And masks are required whenever you do this. And they're on Monday and Thursday mornings, unless it's a real essential, they will not be available because of the Thursday grocery shopping and Meals on Wheels on Monday morning. And do you want to, on the island walkers and all those, do you want me to tell what times they are, Kim, and where they are, or would that
Sure.
taken care of?
Yeah, if you want to, I mean, like I said, it looks like this. And if you want to announce those, that would be great. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. The island walkers are Monday through Friday at Centennial Farm, 6:40 to 7:40 a.m. It's $1 per visit. Senior fitness is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:45 to 10:30 a.m. at Centennial Farm. Better Balance is on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Centennial Farm. Better Backs is Wednesdays, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the farm. And for information and registrations, you can call 734-675-2364 or go to grossealrecreation.com. And we have masks and social distancing required for everything. And this jazz or exercise is Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. at the farm. And you can email islandjazzercise@gmail.com or call 734-231-1710 for any information. And I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ethel.
Mhm.
That's quite the snazzy vestibule you have out there by your home, too, with those beautiful seashells and everything, I'll tell you.
Oh, thank you.
I dropped off some paperwork to her today.
Yep.
Miss Wendy
Got the
Kearney.
Christmas tree up.
Me too.
Great for Valentine's Day.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi. All right. So for schools, thankfully the kids were able to go back to school on January 19th. So the elementary schools went back full time, and then the middle school and the high school are doing the hybrid model. But so far so good with the kids returning. Kevin touched on this already, but the big news today was that the governor announced that the kids can return to contact sports as of Monday. So we're excited about that. Of course, masks, social distancing as much as possible, and then testing as well. So we're really, really excited about that. Yesterday was Global School Play Day for the elementary schools. So it was a day that it was designed for the kids to enjoy playing their way. So they were able to bring in board games or Legos or whatever they wanted. And they were able to do that within their classrooms. I mean, they couldn't be playing with other kids in other classrooms, but within their classrooms, they were able to do that. So it was a fun day for them. And then it was World Read Aloud Day too. So throughout the day, there were stories that were read to them as well. Tomorrow is National Bubblegum Day, and Meridian is going to be participating in that. So it's actually a fundraiser as well. So the kids bring $1 in, and then they get to chew gum, which is a huge thing for Meridian kids because they are not allowed to chew gum. So PAT donated the gum, and we also bought Smarties for those kids that don't chew gum. So then they have the option. But the money that's raised will be donated to the Pajama Project, and it'll purchase pajamas and books for kids in need. And there's actually a chapter in Detroit. So then all the money raised will stay within Michigan, which is nice. So we'll be helping kids here. Valentine's Day is coming up, of course. So the kids actually have a half a day. All the schools have a half a day on Friday, the 12th. So they get to do parties and everything, which is great because they weren't able to do that for Christmas. So we're really excited about that. Of course, there's limitations and different things in place, but they will be able to do it within their classrooms. Winter break's coming up February 15th and 16th. So the kids will have a couple of days off of school there. And then this week was actually National School Counseling Week. So a big shout out to our school counselors who do amazing jobs of keeping our kids on track and helping them plan for the future. So we appreciate them. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Wendy.
Chad, let me say something real quick. And I'm in full communication with the schools as well with Mr. Oakler. Because, you know, a lot of our programs, you know, we use the gym space, the basketball and the tennis after school. So we're waiting for approval from the schools to try to get back in there so we can start some indoor programming for the island as well. So just waiting for that from the schools as well. So, and once we can get that going, I'm going to get right back in there and get things moving for the kids. Cause, you know, I get a lot of calls from parents, and, you know, the kids are very anxious to start doing some activities. Everyone's been cooped up. So that's our goal right now, is to get some programs going. So
Great.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. Thanks, Kim. Okay, that's our action items. Which the action item is to vote and approve the user lease agreement with Roseville Hockey Association. Kim, I'm going to let you do an up briefing on that, please.
Sure. The Grosse Ile Hockey Association met with myself, Trustee Nadeau, and Supervisor Budney. It was about a month ago, and we had a really great discussion. And the goal of the Hockey Association is to utilize the rink year round. You know, yes, I'm making ice. I'm doing, you know, the rec has been, you know, making that ice as best we can with the weather conditions that we had. But the goal of the Hockey Association is to not only use it in the winter, but also utilize it in the spring and summer. We've had a couple of great meetings. David, correct me if I'm wrong, but as a hockey player, you know, I was a hockey mom, y'all know that. You will do training in the spring and summer. You don't have to have ice to do that. They need a space to do stick handling, workouts, those types of things. And it only makes sense that our hockey association would partake in utilizing that rink. Where my main goal over the last 3 years that I've been maintaining it was to just have ice, try to have people have open skate, but you can see it's a battle some days with the weather. So, and I'm myself with 2 maintenance guys, and we have a hockey association with probably 30 dads that can put the time and effort into that rink for all the kids on the island. I know there was some questions from the commission about making sure that the rink would have hours for our residents. I feel very confident that the Hockey Association will allow the community to utilize that rink as well. Just the conversations that I've had. David, you feel the same way? You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the goal of utilizing this. And this would be, you all have a copy of it. It's $4,000 for the year. It is revenue that we did not have. They will maintain the rink, the entire rink. Obviously we work together. I work with all the Geeses and the Soccers and so forth, trying to get scheduling out. But I feel this is a really good thing, not only for the Hockey Association, but for the Recreation Department as well. And that's all I have.
Questions from the commission? Hello? There you go. Any questions from the commission about this? Okay.
Sounds good.
Naso, I see you got your little green screen there.
I just said it sounds good. I think it's a great idea.
All right. So we will put David, do you want to put the motion out there for this?
Sure. I'd like to make a motion that the Grosse Ile Community Recreation Commission approve the use or lease agreement, which, by the way, has already been approved by the board, pending this approval by the commission. But approve the lease agreement with the Grosse Ile Hockey Association for their use of the rink at Water's Edge.
I will second.
I approve.
Approve. Any discussion for the discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? What was that?
I think that was you echoing.
Oh, okay. All right, so move. Good luck. Welcome, Hockey Association. All righty. When I look into discussion items, I see the natural pond treatment, but we've already covered that, right?
Yeah,
So
we
we're good.
have.
We're good with-
I wanted to put that on there in case the commission had any additional questions. I know we've all talked about the pond. And again, I want to try to have this solution in the next 30 days of what we're going to do to either resurrect the pond or fill in the pond. Those are our two choices. So, I'm trying to get as much data and information as I can to the commission, and along with working with the board. And our fiscal cycle ends March 31st. I want to see where we're at before we make any big purchases heading into 21. So it's good to talk about this stuff now and come up with the solutions for spring.
David?
Quick question, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of the pond and the bubbler or the aerator, am I correct in that it's strictly aesthetics?
That is correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it serves no, not that
Right.
aesthetics isn't a function, but it serves no other function.
Correct. I spoke with Nature and Land Conservancy. I was working with Doug Thiel as well. I know that years and years ago, he had mentioned to me that there were, they used it for there was fish in the pond, and, they would have classes out there. I'm not sure how many years ago that was, but a very, very long time ago. So this, as far as I know, from where I came into the picture, it's an aesthetic area. That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
They use it for graduation pictures and all that. I know Wendy Kearney was down there with the shovel actually digging that to start it.
Oh, that was my mother-in-law who dug it. My mother-in-law dug that pond.
But it sounds like there's two ways to go with that, Kim. One is either we dredge it and start that way, or we go with the treatments every 2 weeks, which Gene should be able to handle that, right? It sounds like it's like putting pellets in there and upgrading, getting a nice water feature in there. The electrical scares me a little bit, but we'll take that. We'll see how that all plays out.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to, kind of, like I said, I got a meeting next week with some other people. I will probably bring an action item to the agenda in March to have a game plan. So if you have questions or thoughts, please reach out to me over the next month so we can, get this going.
Okay. Thank you.
Just quickly, Kim, first, I always love the way you approach everything. Thanks for really trying to figure out a way to solve this rather than just put a Band-Aid on it and just keep going the way things were. I don't know if I've seen those quotes, so I'd love to see those quotes. I'm not a pond expert myself, but my father is, and we've dealt with ponds here at Westcroft. So yeah, just would like to see that and figure out a way forward. But yeah, these are not easy things to maintain. The main thing I want to say though is I love the approach that Eric Engel takes to it, where it's he looks at it like an ecosystem rather than something that you just put chemicals in. So I like that you brought him in. Thank you so much.
I'll email those to you. Right. I'll email the entire commission right now with those quotes from Eric. Okay.
And we're good with the paver stone presentation. So that brings me to 11C, which is, and I've talked to the commission about this, I would like to have the CRC take over the events and running the Island Fest. I've talked to David Nadeau about this too. It's pretty simple. I don't feel there's a need for a commission right now for that event. It's just, it pretty much is run through the rec department. It always has been. The festival commission was under the umbrella of the rec commission. So with that being said, I talked to each and every one of you on that screen. So maybe, no, I talked to Ethel too about that. So any discussion about this going forward? Because this will go to the board level at the end of is it the March meeting probably, David, or the end of February maybe?
It will. It probably will not make February, so it would have to go into March. And I'm going to pursue. There are two ways that we can. I'm in favor of eliminating that commission and rolling it in. I think it's too many people. And I think that you, Chad, if you're still, and I know you are, interested in continuing to spearhead that, I think with the group that we've got, that you can get the same thing accomplished. We don't need another 10 people involved. And my understanding is, and I need to look at this a little bit more, and I'm glad Mr. Supervisor left. There are, I believe there are two ways that we can do this. One, you send a notice to the members of the current commission now, and just say thank you for your service, and we don't need you anymore. And then the commission just stays on the books as a dormant commission. I believe that both of these will need board approval. But the other way is we just amend the ordinances and just eliminate the commission. They have the same impact, but I'm not sure if one is more beneficial or will work better than the other. So that's something that I'm going to look into.
Okay. And I have talked to Mr. Bundy about this. He's aware of how I feel and the CRC going through with everything. And I mean, we're already in the process of updating all the paperwork. I mean, for the, sponsors and vendors and all that.
Right.
So, all right. Well, if you'll take it from there.
I will.
I just have a question about the dormant commission. That commission I know was started a very long. Chad, what year did the festival commission start?
I want to say it was like 84 or 85, maybe.
Okay. My concern, Chad and I are here. We got strong commissions on both, strong people on both sides on each commission. And again, Chad, are you going to do this for the next 20 years? Run an Island Fest? Am I gonna, come on.
20.
So he's going to go 30.
He's only 35 years old. He's got a good 20.
I think my concern is, if one day Chad steps down, there'll be a time when I'm not here and a lot of the commission members on the rec may not be here as well. I do want to think about the future of the recreation and CRC. We have so many great people on that festival commission as well. I've seen so many over the last 4 years I've been here. Not to just wipe them out. If we can keep that dormant, that's just my fear going forward. So, and if you're going to change an ordinance, can we, bring it back at some point? That's all. There's just a lot of great people there.
I believe that maybe with a small committee of like 4 people, maybe, or something like that. We don't have to be televised. We do not have the authority to make action items or anything, because all the finances get run through the rec department. So that being said, I mean, we can get a small handful group of people to discuss going forward and things like that. But to have 10 or 11 people that are yeah. All right. Well, David, and thank you for that.
Thank you, David.
Yep. I will be in touch.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go with extended public comment. Anybody? Brian Friel, anybody out there? My cell phone's blowing up. I wish some of these people would raise their hand.
I don't see anybody on here.
Yeah, I got Jenna Jones and Brian Pollock and all these people. So, all right. Thank you. Individual commissioner comments. Brandon, anything you want to say?
Nope. No, I'm good. Nice to see everyone again.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Naso?
Real quick question. I thought I heard earlier. Did somebody say that Smokey's agreed to sign the lease? Or you're signing it tomorrow? Or
we're going to know Friday tomorrow.
The arrangement, I believe, is they had asked until, or were given until February 5th, which is tomorrow, to sign or vacate. And,
Okay.
But I've heard that currently they are intending to stay.
Okay.
We'll know for sure tomorrow.
Good. No, I don't have anything else, Chad. Just like Brandon said, good to see everybody, and hopefully we're back in person soon.
Ethel, anything you want to say?
I don't believe so. Thank you.
Kyle?
Not much at the moment. I'm thankful to Kim for extending the master plan. I think that's a great idea, just as a way to try to get more people involved. I guess I do want to say a little something about just, I think, where we are and in general, especially after what happened with the bridge today. I think that's a huge victory for a lot of us. I know it's not everything that all of us would want, but obviously impacts all of us, rec included. But the most important thing about it for me was just seeing people from, I don't know how y'all have felt this. I'm hitting that pandemic wall, I think, like a lot of us are. I heard Kim talk about parents wanting to get kids out of the house. I know I'm there too. And a lot of us, I feel like we're fighting with each other. In the bridge, while there's still fights and people angry about stuff, I saw a lot of different types of people working together on that. So that really made me happy. And I'm hopeful that we can continue to kind of build on that and get different types of people working together to keep things like that going. Because I don't know, at least for me, the last few months have illustrated how fragile a lot of what we have is, and the island's very much included. We're tied by one toll bridge right now that I'm really thankful that the Smoke family maintains well. And so I just hope we continue to protect that and build on that and work together on things like that. So hopefully we can continue to do that moving forward, including through the rec master plan and just a lot of other things that we're working on as a township. So thanks for letting me say some of that, but that's most of what I wanted to say tonight.
Thanks, Kyle. Thank you for all you're doing out there too. Wendy Kearney?
I was just going to thank Kyle for all his work on that. I saw him on Facebook and all the posts and all the wonderful words to Kyle. So I just wanted to add to that as well. And then just, nice to see everybody. It's been a while.
Kim?
I just want to thank Rich Brower for serving on the CRC. I know he's stepping down. Legislation will be coming to the board. And it's great to see everybody. I feel like I've been in a cocoon for, 3 months with this winter, but looking forward to working with all of you, moving forward with the summer and spring events. And David, welcome aboard. We've had a few great meetings so far, so I look forward to working with you as well.
Thank you, Kim.
Yep. That's all.
David, thanks, Kim. David, anything you want to say?
No, I think I'm good for tonight.
All right. There's two things I want to say. One, I forgot to, during the events presentation, we are going to be offering co-ed volleyball on Tuesday nights this summer. And I am looking to organize a couple of teams. So I'm going to be talking to a few of you out there, maybe all of you. Co-ed Tuesday night starts at 7 p.m. Be great to be outside and playing in the sand down there. And I want to thank the Groseal Rotary. Some of you aren't aware, I was awarded the first presentation or the first Peace Chain Award from the Groseal Rotary, which the Peace Chain Award is given to a resident that goes above and beyond to make their community safe and outstanding and just doing good stuff, I guess. So thanks to the Groseal Rotary. I know, Robin, you probably might be out there watching. And Friel, how many did we have watching this meeting tonight? Did you have an update?
I did not see a whole lot, actually. I'll be honest. When I looked down there, I think YouTube had one pretty steadily, and when I looked at Facebook the last time, it had 5.
Oh well, all righty. Well, the word will be out. Thank you, everybody. Our next meeting is scheduled for March 4th at 6 p.m. Everybody's good with the first Thursday of the month. That being said, we will adjourn. Call for adjourn the meeting at 7:05 tonight. Motion?
Okay, motion.
Second?
Support.
Thank you, everybody. Stay safe and be well. We'll see you in March.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chad.